Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Bunny or Gun Bunny, and today we're going to be going through and doing something kind of fun and goofy. This channel is about my journey through firearms and cosplay, and today I'm going to learn a bit about holsters by going through my random holster collection. You heard me. I have a collection of old holsters that are from either, old estate sales or from my mentor that he didn't need or want anymore, that I have dragoned happily and have now collected in a, here, let me actually, it's a bucket full of holsters. It's sorry for my mic. It's a bucket o
Today, Junior?
Bucket o holsters. Wow, I can't talk today. I apologize. You know what? Here, even better. There. Bucket of holsters. Basically, these are just a bunch of surplus holsters, and I said to my mentor, I was like, hey, you have this random bucket of holsters. Do you need it? He's like, no, that stuff I just don't want to, have anymore because I don't have space, etc. I don't need them. So I, the dragon that I am, decided, hey, I could probably use these. If not, give them to people, or, take them for myself for various projects and or other dragony things. Yeah, the best part about it is that none of these holsters actually work with any of the guns I own. Funnily enough, I don't own any holsterable firearms. I own currently what would start on a new rifle, medieval handgun, and a grenadier hand mortar. I guess you could technically make holsters for those, but it would be ridiculous, and I don't know why he would want to. Ooh, I have a terrible idea. But anyway, since you kind of know the provenance of these holsters, why I have them, and, what's happening here, you're all caught up as much as I am, because that's as far as I got in, knowing anything about these holsters. Basically, my plan is to go through each of these holsters with you on camera and do research on what I can of them, either using Google image search or looking at what is, written on them, and kind of take you not only behind the scenes of the process of me figuring this thing out, because I think it's kind of funny that I just have a bucket of holsters. Oh, my bra. Oh, okay. I think it's just kind of funny that I just have a bucket of random holsters that I have literally no use for hanging around. I am 90% sure that none of them go with any handgun that I'm planning to buy in the near future, which I think is even funnier. Now, I do have some useful holsters. They are, for other guns, but I don't own the handguns, and that's not in the bucket of holsters. This is completely the random holsters that I don't know what guns they go with, and I know that they're not useful with any guns that I use or are planning to buy. So that also means that if you have been looking for one of these holsters and you want it, you can contact me, and I will figure out, how to get you one. Or how do you get it to you, because I don't really need it. Again, bucket of holsters. This is also to say that, yes, I just like having, piles of surplus gear around. I'm a weird little dragon. Leave me alone. But so I think my first plan is going to be to pour out this bucket on the floor, and then kind of lay out everything, look at what we have, and sort them into two parts. Basically, sort them by things that have markings or possible names or initials on them, and things that don't. So I can kind of, have an easier search through. That way we can also show you each of the holsters, and then I will go through and you guys will see a little bit of my research process. I do it while working out, so that is going to be very fun. And I will start the montage now.
I've known some, and
Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Mere Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Mere Mr. Shane means you're grand. Mere Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest in the land. Shane means you're grand. Mere Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land.
Alright, so I have my bucket of holsters, and I'm basically going to sort them into two groups first, basically leather holsters and non-leather holsters, and then see what we can work with. That way it will break it into smaller groups, so it'll be easier for me to research and break them down. Just mentally for me at least. Alright, that's all of it. This one's not really useful. So now we have our group. We have, it's not a holster, 6 leather holsters, 5 plastic, and 2 woven, I think. Fabric, yes, we'll call them fabric. Since I think they're the coolest looking, I'm gonna start with the leather. Okay, so I didn't really plan out what I was gonna do with this, or how I was gonna do my research. But I think the best thing is to look if there are any markings or stamps on said holster first, and then to write a little note about it, and then go through and like Google that, right? So when I'm looking online, I have everything I need to. So let's bring the camera closer. A lot higher, but it's not, and it's bothering me. Okay, stand. Okay, so this first one has the buttons say Brower Bros MFG Co. St. Louis. Okay, so that definitely gives us some information, at least where the buttons are. Let's see if there's anything on it anywhere else. Okay, so we have a stamp here on the back that says driver. Okay, so it's different, unless I can't read and this one's so straight. Nope, it's definitely different. Okay. Oh no, it also says Brower. I'm stupid. Wow. Okay, but it does have something underneath, and it says 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we have all of the information that we can get from that, besides, its general description of being black and, having these 2 straps. But I thought, why not now move to this one, which I'm 90% sure is for a revolver. It has these 2 little leg strappy things. So let's see. There's a big K logo here. K, and it says handmade. Okay, handmade K holsters is what it says. And then it also says 306. And the reason I'm putting these on post-its is just because for me it's easier to just read it off the post-it when I pick it up to Google it rather than to, have to look for all the information on it. I don't know, maybe it seems counterintuitive to some people, but for me it helps me keep my brain organized. Okay, this little tiny one says Triple K, San Diego, and then it has some numbers that are kind of scattered. I'll take better shots of these later, but it says 79, 2, and 3. What K's? Okay, this one is a softer holster with a clip, and it has information. It says, from what I can see, Belchimer Valencia Galif. And then it's very faint, and then 61616 E, I think U, the H, E, I, H, E, R, and then Valencia. No, Valencia, wow, I'm dyslexic, sorry. And then the word under it is not really visible at all. So, there we go. We're getting through them. Okay, big long boy. Okay, this one has a very nice, visible print. It says Midville Making. Unlike the other one, there's no numbers on this that I can see. It just says Midville Making. So I hope that I will still be able to find it. And then we have a very similar looking one, but instead of this plastic closure, it has a metal one. Let's see if it has any marking. Okay. This one, handmade by Viking Mexico, and it says 69. Perfect, I love it. This one's my new favorite, especially because it looks phallic. All right, the last of the leathers. This little boy. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. Ooh, we have another Valencia. Wow, I know I keep thinking it's Valenciaga. This one is 6115, which, and it says, oh, and then now we know is Callie Clark underneath, because this one has a more clear stamp, has it rubbed off, and the number on it is 61. Okay, now that we have all of our leather, I'm just gonna go through and do the same thing with the rest of them, but I'm gonna change angles for them. Hi, I'm just cutting in to let you know that my channel has refused YouTube's offer to monetize through ads, and I will not do any, and I will also not be taking any sponsorships besides, maybe Uncrustables. Those things are fucking great. Hashtag Uncrustable sponsor me. Sorry, I'm getting over the flu, so I'm a little bit out of it. So that basically means that the only way I am currently supported is through my Patreon. I have a bunch of different tiers starting at $5, which is really awesome, and you get perks starting at the lowest tier. You will see the link appear on screen now. I also have a P.O. box if you want to send me more holsters from my bucket of holsters or anything else. I collect pins and stickers, but I also have a ton of other interests, which if you look at any of my social media accounts appearing on screen now, and stalk me online a little bit, you'll probably figure out. You're also just welcome to send me a message on any of these accounts and ask me if you're interested in sending me anything. I know some people don't really like, subscription-based services. There's also, ammo I will happily take. Ammo's expensive, people. Anyway, I hope that if you want to continue to see crowdfunded content like this, basically, I'm taking the idea of the meme of, become ungovernable, and it's become unsponsorable. This channel is chaotic. It's what I like to call it burlesque, because under the definition of burlesque, it is burlesque. It's sexy with goofy and fun. It's kind of unhinged. It's my journey, and I'm a fucking goofball who loves talking about sex workers, sex, guns, cosplay, history, whatever random theories come into my head, and, random stuff that I'm doing, as well as, sometimes being serious and going to things like competitions. So if you're interested in any of that, and you really want to support me, if you want to support me, please consider checking out one of those options. If not, another great way to support me is to subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and check on my channel every Monday and Thursday, as I will post new videos there. You can also follow me at any of my social media accounts for reminders of when I post new content. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, let's continue the video. Okay, so I'm starting with this one, the Black Hawk Close Quarters, the CQC holsters, and I basically went onto the Black Hawk website, and I haven't found anything that looks exactly the same. Now, they may have changed since, their look, since they've, gotten this one. Mostly the holster itself looks the same, but the attachment part doesn't, but I want to be sure that I've gotten the right one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to generally just input the name plus the number on this one, because maybe, I don't know if it's probably a manufacturing number or not, but it might give me some more information. Number
Right, putting in that number seems to have gotten me the answer. So this holster seems to be going for around $30, $40 depending, ranging up to 50 down to like 20. But let's see what it actually is. Let's see. Okay, so it's called the Serpa Sportser. To carry the Serpa holster, injecting molded polymer. Okay, so now I'm on Northwest Firearms, which is a like forum. I'm really dumb. I just looked a lot closer at the imprinting on the bottom, and it actually says it's for a Glock 37.
Did you see it?
So, there we go. It is a fork holster that, so it's you know, from Black Hawk. It is a concealment holster, apparently. It's called Serpa, which is not on this, which is helpful to know. It's a paddle holster from what I'm seeing. I think it's right-handed, but yes, it's for a Glock 37, which is helpful to know now. So we have one down out of many more to go. So the next ones, there are 4 that are all from the same company, but they're all different like numbers, and so I am not experienced enough in guns yet to say like, to just read this out and say what it's for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do basically what I just did with the Glock one and look at it. This fucking thing is proving really, I'll just look it up here. So first off, it's Phobos, and then it says SG. Okay, so I think also these are called paddle holsters, which I didn't know. That's fun. Basically, I think it's because of this. It's called paddle. So what it seems to, okay, so somebody has the same one on eBay, and they're selling it for about $18. And they say it's for the Sig Saucer 226, 228, or 228. Cool. So now that we kind of know that these are telling us, we can find out what the other one is. This one is interesting because it has a more pistol guard. And this one says it's for the C21. So let's look at that one. Calling it a paddle holster makes me laugh. Because a paddle is something you can use to spank somebody, and so that's what I think about. I mean, I guess you could use one. Okay. Yes, so if I just look up what a C21 means for holsters separately, basically it tells me that it is for the Colt 1911 without rails. It's a fucking 1911 holster. Fuck you. You hold a stupid gun. I might not get rid of this or keep this. I might set it on fire. I don't think you can set polymer on fire safely. Or, yeah, I don't, I'm not sure. But that's, yeah, dumb. No wonder my mentor didn't want it. Alright, we have 2 more of these Phobos holsters, but since I now know what they are, I'm just going to input the number, like the numbers that's on the side. So let's start with the BR2LH. I wonder if it's a Beretta. I'm getting better at learning all this stuff, like what the, I'm really bad at figuring out, like, I'm not as good with modern firearms. I'm still learning a lot of this terminology and stuff, but I also didn't grow up with any firearm familiarity. So things like the, you know, knowing from sight a different one gun from another, but also like, I know common gun brands, but knowing like the actual names of guns or being able to say like, oh, this, you know, acronym or like, you know, shortened term version of something, is something I'm still learning. So this is one of the ways that I learn it by just by constant exposure, looking it up. What does this mean? What does that mean? Right? Okay, so the LH actually means left-handed. So I have a left-handed holster here. I was wondering why that was different than the other ones, because there was a space between that and the last number. So that means that it's left-handed. So the BR2, so let's do this again without the LH. It's not coming up as easy as the other ones, so let's go to Phobos holsters and see what they say. Okay, so Phobos holster. No, I don't want 10% off my order. I'm not ordering anything. I have it already. Okay. So this product fits the following. Has the following fits: Beretta 92 without rail, Beretta 96 without rail, Beretta M96, CD75B, Taurus P292 full size, Taurus PT99 full size. Okay. So I don't remember exactly which CD75 I'm looking at getting or I have been using for a while, but this one could actually possibly be helpful to me. The first helpful one I have. I mean, yeah. Okay, now that we've gotten that one, have I done the C21? Did I just completely look all these up and then forget what they are? Yes, I did. I'm going to write them down because that's helpful so I can know. Wow, I'm dumb. Okay, it's fine. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Okay, so the C21 is for 1911. Sorry, for a Colt 1911 without the rail. And then the SG2 is for Sig Saucer. Now I just gotta remember what the other one was for. The non-Phobos, the Black Hawk one. Okay, Black Hawk Serpa. Sorry, as much as I love doing my treadmill thingy, it's elliptical while I do it, I need to get a standing desk because this bucket is really unstable. Which means that I will have to sit for a good part of this video now, which sucks, but such is life. Okay, now you're sitting comfortably. Let's just stick this up here. This is not it. Now we're moving on to the last of our Kydex holsters. I don't know if that's called. I guess silicone. No, the last of our plastic retention holsters with this one revolver holster that we have that's specifically for a revolver. Now let's see. It's called 3JSW. No, JSW. That's not helpful. Let's see if we plug in Phobos. No, I don't want this stupid. Does anyone else experience the stupid AI overview that Google will sometimes give you? Like, sometimes it's just copy and pasting from the first result, but sometimes it's just straight up wrong because it makes up something because it doesn't have the right information, and it really bothers me. And it's like the first thing that comes up, and I'm like, your brain wants to read it immediately, but I'm just like, why are you giving this to me? This isn't helpful. Like, just give me the links to where you found the information. I'd rather that and then go through it myself than give me your summary because it's often wrong. Like, when you go to the actual links it found it from, it transcribed the information incorrectly. Like, I wish it was optional to turn it off, but I can't figure out how. That's helpful. I'm gonna take a lesson. Okay, so it looks like it may be a J. Frank Smith & Wesson. Okay, let's figure this out. J. Frank's Google sometimes isn't helpful, and you just have to kind of figure out information from Google and then put it together into the correct search to give you the correct confirmation information because it didn't give it to you before. This is one of the things I learned about Google growing up and going to high school in the age of, the internet is how to actually work with the search engine. Okay, so J-frame, Smith & Wesson, for Phobos holster. Let's see that. There we go. Now it's giving me the thing I needed. All right, eBay, let's see what you got. Nope, not the same one. Let's see, Midway USA, what do you got? Nope, maybe I'm wrong. Alright, eBay, try 2. Nope. Close, but no cigar. I could use a cigar right now. Let's try that for D level 3, because that's something I can see. Bass Pro Shops, let's see what you got. No, not the same one. Phobos doesn't seem to be so interesting. So I can't seem to find anything that looks exactly the same. If you know exactly what this is, please let me know. But I can't seem to find my preliminary research nothing that looks the same and has the same markings. Alright, now we got that out of the way. Let's look into the leather ones. Let's go into this one first, which I really like. The Bauer Bros. MFG. Right, so things. Let's see if I can get you one. Let's see that. No, I'm not supposed to, sure. Yeah, I'm curious now. Is what the market is it available on this or something? Bauer themselves. I don't know websites. No, oh, am I so dumb? It's not an 11, it's an H. Oh my god, okay. So it's actually H23. So let's adjust our search. Black leather holster H23. Let's see about that. Let's see if that helps. Ooh, H23. Found it on eBay. Bauer Brothers Black Leather H23 leather holsters for Smith & Wesson and M&P medium revolver 2 inches. Looks pretty similar except the buttons are a little bit different, but let's see about the markings on the back. That looks pretty similar to the H23. I mean, everything except for the buttons. Their buttons are black, mine are the original, or at least what I think is the original Bauer Bros ones. Interesting. Okay, so now that we found what that is, it's a pretty expensive holster. Okay, so we know it is for the nothing less than consuming from the S&W and medium revolver 0 inches. But yeah, okay, we found it. This one seems far to be the coolest find for me personally, just because it's like old and seemingly high price, and they're not really in. I don't think that they're in business anymore. This is really cool. And I don't have this revolver. I don't think I'm gonna be looking for it, but I think it's still cool. All right, let's go on to some of the other ones. Okay, let's see. So we have handmade holsters and 306. Let's put that in. This one's a little bit more modern looking. It is definitely for a revolver. Let's see, holster. Yep, that seems to be the same logo. Okay, I think we've found our very similar. Is the 357 Magnum Pancake leather holster, but it's a little bit different in terms of the trigger guard. You can see in this one there's not much. It's kind of like almost like a half trigger guard, where in the one I'm looking at online, it's a full one. I mean, this could have been cut off, but it looks like it's still sealed the same way it was originally, like as in the other part. So I think this is not like that one that's been, adjusted. Let's see. On eBay, you've been so helpful. Okay, so it's cold. We know now it's cold still. So it looks like it's for a 357 Magnum pin, but I can't find a version with this low of the holster. It all seems to kind of go up a little higher to protect the trigger more. I'm really interested in what that is. Like, I can't even find older ones that have that, and so maybe like this was adjusted, or if this is an older version. I can't seem to find it. So let me know if you know. But that is that mystery solved. Okay, so this one's one of the more cryptic ones. It doesn't have any numbers. It doesn't have any. It just has it's from medieval makings. So let's look it up. No, not medieval. I'm sure I spelled that right. M-I-D-E-V-I-L. Yeah. Not. Okay, so this one looks to be pretty similar. It's not exactly the same, and it doesn't say what gun it's for. So I'm gonna look around for a little bit more. That's interesting. This brand is also pretty hard to find online. Google doesn't really want me to find it. So it's might be either really small or was or is still not big. But if anyone knows more about this holster, let me know. I cannot find anything on it. So hopefully I can find Handmade by Viking, Mexico 69, because I really want to find it. Especially because it's an amazing name. Okay. Ooh, I think I found something. Come on. eBay, be helpful. Is this it? It looks a little bit shorter than mine. And it has some different markings. That's not as helpful. But it seems like these other ones exist. Again, it seems to be one of those things that doesn't exist as much anymore. No. Okay, but on Pult Forum, it seems to have found Viking leather. The old company was located in Massachusetts. It seems to not have much information on it online. So we have another mystery holster. It's really long and big, because it might be harder to find, especially because there was less standardization. I know it's going to be hard to find things on them. But if anyone knows what it is for, please let me know and we'll follow up on it. Okay, so let's figure out what I keep calling Balenciaga, and it's not Balenciaga. Let's figure out what this one's about. This little tiny baby. Okay, so this is the one that said it is the 6115 on it. No information I can find at all on this one. It's what I think it's supposed to be is Butchmeyer. I can't, again, seems to be one of those obscure ones, but it's so small. But it looks like it's in pretty good condition. I don't know. There's nothing that even looks like it online. So again, this is going to be another mystery one. Let's see about okay though. Okay. Let's go on. Okay. Another mystery holster. I'm assuming, and so this one, I'm looking at it, it's also a mystery holster. It's very similar shape to the other one of the same brand. It's interesting. It makes sense that the leather ones are more mysterious, but still not fun. So it seems to be that most of the cowboy gun ones, especially, or the older leather ones, are pretty mysterious, and I might not find the answers to them. It might be somebody that has, you know, some weird knowledge about these things, sees them and is like, oh, I know what that is. Please let me know, because at least for my preliminary researching efforts, I didn't have much. That's probably the most interesting video. I mean, it was just a concept, and I'm trying it and seeing what people think. Yeah. I mean, I think it's really interesting the different variety and amount of shapes / types of holsters here, how you have the older leather ones, how there's different hardnesses of the leather, and also just learning about some of these possible defunct or old companies or new companies, especially because these holsters aren't ones that I bought. They were kind of just randomly collected, and I now have them. I think they were all collected from mostly one person. So I think it's really interesting to learn a little bit about the person who had all these holsters specifically. They really liked cowboy guns, you can tell. But they also had a like for modern guns, which I think is really interesting, learning a little bit about somebody by what they collect and what they happen to have. You know, I don't know enough about guns to be like, oh, this is the type of person they were, based on the holsters, especially because, you know, we didn't figure out what all of them were, but I definitely think it's interesting, and it'll be interesting to see what types of holsters I collect as, you know, we go forward and I get more holsters and, you know, not ones that are part of my random holster collection.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun figuring out the history of, you know, and what all of these holsters are. Again, if you're interested in any of them, please let me know. Probably, I mean, you can always write it in a comment, but it's probably best for you to either email me or message me through one of my social media accounts, and we will see if it's easy to get it to you. If not, let me know what your favorite holster was in the description, in the comment section below, or what tastes better. Nope, that doesn't make sense. Wow, the flu fried my brain. Anyway, bye!
I know I love pretending I have a penis. It's so entertaining. God, if I had a penis, I would get up to so much shit with it. Every time I pee, I would go like this. I'd go like...